Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Stories from the Garage. Today it's Sunday, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember the homework I gave you 2 weeks ago. Remember all that mess? Oh, you surely do. How I said that 1 was equal to 2, and that also I was at my kitchen. Well, that's what happens when you record for too long from the garage, and then you start having all the fumes from the engine starting to like pump into your head, your brains, and you're like, oh my god, like you go crazy, and then you start thinking that 1 is equal to 2, that you have proved it, and all that madness, right? And so I'm showing that right now, what I wrote that one day. And oh yeah, by the way, it was also like 100 plus degrees. So yeah, like give me a break, right? And I even told you guys that I knew that something was wrong with this, right? And I said that the fact that A is equal to B was the problem. Now you guys may be asking yourselves, why is A equal to B the problem here when everything seems to work out? The reason is actually very simple. When A is equal to B, exactly equal to B, then you end up having the situation where when you subtract A minus B here, and you have A minus B here, this is the same thing as saying that you have A plus B times 0 is equal to B times 0. And that's the main reason why. This is the main reason why this doesn't work. Because any number times 0 is going to be equal to 0, which the equation still holds, right? Any number times 0 is 0. Therefore, if you have it on both sides of your equation that 0 is equal to 0, then of course that's going to be equal to 0. But that doesn't mean that A plus B is going to be equal to B. So yeah, always keep that in mind, that you can have this kind of ill-conditioned systems, is what they are called. When you're dividing by 0, or when you're like multiplying times 0, or in this case when you have a multiplication of zeros on both sides of the equation, right? And one more thing that I wanted to show you guys, that here you have 0 divided by 0. Then how come I cannot just divide by 0, right? Well, that's wrong, because how do you divide? For example, a very, very cool example I can give you, right? It's like you have a piece of bread, right? If I tell you to split this piece of bread into 2 parts, then there you go. You have 1 piece of bread and 2 pieces of bread, right? Right there, if I split it in 2. That means that I'm telling you, hey, like, let's split this bread between you and I, right? Therefore, like, we have 2 pieces. You get this piece, I get this piece. Perfect. All good, right? But what happens if I tell you, hey, go fuck yourself, I'm gonna eat the bread on my own, right? So that means that I'm going to divide that piece of bread into 0 pieces, right? So that means that one of us is going to get something and the other one is not going to get anything at all, right? And so that's the kind of situation that happens here whenever you divide something by 0, right? It just doesn't exist. Like, it's an ill-conditioned system. And yeah, that's what happens whenever you have zeros in your equations, So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this mathematical madness that happened to me when I was under a lot of heat, exhaustive and crazy heat, plus the garage. being like crazy hot with all the fumes from the engines also. So yeah, you know. So oh yeah, I think the cops are coming for me because I'm explaining that 0/0 is like, go F yourself, guys. You know, like, I'm just kidding. No. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is that they're coming to chase after me because like I'm taking all the bread for myself. Yeah. No, guys, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. No, that was a fire engine actually. I hope there's no fire going on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like living in a big city is actually kind of crazy because like every day you hear the sirens, and yeah, I'm just hoping that they are okay. These guys are awesome, man. Like first responders in general, they are the bee's knees. They were there whenever we needed like when we needed them, right? Throughout the pandemic, they have been there. Like holy cow, like they put their lives at risk in order to keep us safe and alive. Like from doctors to nurses to the people that sweep the streets. Like, thank you guys so much for all the work that you have done throughout all the time. Like firefighters, police, all you guys, like, kudos to you. And also, yeah, the doctors, man. The doctors, holy cow. Yeah, all of you guys, thank you for keeping us safe. And now we are finally getting to a new normal. I can go to work, man. That's awesome. I cannot believe I'm going to work now. It's pretty sweet. All right, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you guys in another edition of Stories from the Garage. Bye.